So this week we're going with cheapies. I'm not talking about your normal cheapies. I'm talking about bargain basement, beauty store knockoff, dollar store cheapies. In this case, we're going with Crocodile today, which is inspired by, I believe, the original Lacoste. So with this one, it's not bad at all. It's actually a little musky, kind of a white musk, some pear as well. It's synthetic, but it still has a fresh synthetic, and it actually lasts a pretty good amount of time considering you can usually find it about $7.99, $8.99 at one of those discount clothing stores. And we're back with the second of our cheapest of the cheap for the week. In this case, we're going to a Dollar Tree find before they hike their prices to $1.25. In this case, we're going with Black Mountain from EAD. It is their approximation of Mont Blanc Legend. Now, I have to say with this one, it is actually pretty accurate, surprisingly so for just a buck. It is pretty potent for its price. It is not as potent as the original, which is a fresh kind of fruity, woody fragrance, but it does lean heavy on the woody notes with this one. It's the sandalwood with the cedar as well as the tonka bean. I don't get so much of the fruity notes from this one, but it is one that lasts a while. I get 3 to 4 hours of heavy spraying of this one, but it's good for fresh out of the shower. And today's exploration into the bargain bin ultra cheapy fragrance is none other than, well, I guess not necessarily none other than, but is Twin Rings, which is the approximation of Gucci Guilty. Unlike Black Mountain, this one sucks. There's no way around it. The fragrance is very light, very synthetic. Nothing really comparable, in my opinion, to Gucci Guilty. Yeah, it's one you should definitely avoid. Well, you'd avoid most dollar tree fragrances, but definitely avoid this one. And we are back with day four, number four of the week of cheap. This one we go back to Dollar Tree with another one from EAD or EAD. In this case, it is none other than EAD Blue, which is their take on Chanel, or Blue de Chanel, I should say. I have to say, it's not horrible. It's not great. It's actually decent, surprisingly. It does do a good job of capturing that overall feel of Blue de Chanel. It does come off very alcoholy when you first spray it, but it does a good job of approximating that fresh citrusy in the woods. I don't get too much of vanilla and some of the other scents from Blue de Chanel in this one, but I do get very much of the a little bit of the vetiver, a little bit of the citrus as well as the wood notes as well. It's not bad for a buck 25. And it is our fifth installment for the week of cheap. And this case, we're going to one of my favorites from this bargain basement bin selection. It's going to be Hot Thrills, which is their approximation of Ed Hardy. And it's breaking down the notes for the original fragrance, Ed Hardy. You're going to have top notes of bergamot, mandarin orange, and clary sage, heart notes of mint, and then base notes of amber, musk, as well as vanilla. Now, with this one right here, I only get, and I mean only get, amber and vanilla. It is sweet and it's powdery. It doesn't have great projection. It doesn't last long, but it is a pleasant synthetic amber and vanilla. And it's one that I think and I really love, is really good for fresh out the shower, as it has a sweet smell, a somewhat soothing smell, but also it doesn't last long. So it goes away really quickly and it's great for, overnights. And for installment six of the week of cheap, we go to probably one of my first acquisitions from Dollar Tree way back when, many, many moons ago. And it is Jean Philippe TriStar, the Ombre. Now, I totally forget what this is supposed to smell like, but it really doesn't matter because it's absolute trash. This is probably the first time I sprayed it in years. It is absolute trash. If you ever see this, don't buy it. Hot garbage. And today we're closing out with number seven in our week of cheap. And this one is another one that originally I found at Dollar Tree many, many years ago during my fragrance buying sprees. And this one is EAD Excite. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is supposed to be an imitation or clone or inspired by the classic Dark Noir. So I do get sense of the woods and spices, and it's been a while since I've actually smelled the original Dark Noir, but this doesn't really remind me of it. It's an okay enough fragrance, especially for the price. You'll probably get 2 to 3 hours with it, and then it's completely gone. Not trash, not great, just eh.
Well, swag out them boss. Look, is that bow tie paisley?